How are my levels? I got an overhead here. I got a side view
Your
here.
levels are you got all this equipment, but you sound horrible,
You
man. You
sound like you're
sound
recording inside a microwave.
None of it's plugged in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
These boys only want the best of. They want the cream of the crop. They don't want none of that Michael Bay shit. They want the shit that pops. Oscar bait, black and white. Maybe something French. If it's got more than one explosion, honey, put that shit on the bench. Oscar Wieners, Oscar Wieners, Oscar Wieners. These boys are the Oscar Wieners.
Yum, yum.
Oscar Wieners.
There's a bunch of hot dogs behind me at this point, right? A bunch of red hot dogs.
Yeah.
Love it.
Actually, in fact, if you reach out, like you can, I'll edit this and post. Like if you try reaching out, and I'll have you grabbing one. Yeah, it's like whoa, it's gonna look so good. It's gonna look so cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Oscar Wieners, the only show on the internet where Hollywood's biggest night is 24/7.
Huge.
I'm one of your hosts, Michael O.
And I'm, as you know, I'm Shockwave, but you can
I
call
don't-
me Ander.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, you don't know that much about me, frankly. I've only seen you 6 or 7 times.
Don't
frankly.
do this to me on the air, man.
We've
Don't have like a
only
melt.
talked-
You
yeah.
always have meltdowns.
Well, I mean, it seems like the only time we ever talk is just about like these movies, and like I haven't watched a single one yet, so I'm kind of just grasping at air.
Stop throwing. Just don't throw a tantrum on the podcast.
Fine.
I beg you.
Fine,
We
fine.
have
That's
ad
off air.
revenue
That'll be off
in
air.
this
Off air.
bitch. Today we're joined by a guest,
Wow.
longtime friend, first time guest.
Yes. First time guest, long time friend. How about
Nice. Love that. He
That's
is
better,
the
I
voice
guess.
of the brave little toaster. Ryan Adams, welcome to the show.
that? How are you?
Holy shit, is Ryan the host?
You guys need me.
I feel intimidated by your presence right now. I
It's-
feel
it's
you're
the jacket.
emanating host energy.
It's the jacket.
It's the
It-
jacket.
it is
It's
the
the jacket and the pro mic setup, I have to say.
It's not plugged in, but other than
No,
that,
it's the MacBook mic that I'm using with these just shown.
it's just decor.
It almost gaslights the listener to be like, is there something wrong? Like, because he has all those mics. Surely the sound must be
Something has
my
to be wrong with
fault.
my platform or my
Yeah.
headphones.
My headphones must be off.
Maybe I'll switch to Chrome or Firefox and see if that doesn't exist. This is a weekly show where we pick a Best Picture winner at random and we talk about it. And this week we're doing the 1989 Best Picture winner, Rain Man, directed by Barry Levinson, who, little fun fact, do you know Euphoria? Ever heard of it?
No?
Zendaya, HBO, home box office?
I'm Holland.
Sure.
Yeah, Tom Holland, sure. Well, the guy
What
who
about
created
it?
Euphoria, this is his daddy. That's right. He's a
Ah.
Nepo baby.
Really?
Sam
Okay.
Levinson is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Rain Man stars Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman as long lost brothers, Charlie Babbitt and Raymond Babbitt, who God, the plot of this goddamn, why is this movie's like weirdly complicated even though like nothing happens.
Not really.
Charlie Babbitt, Tom Cruise, loses some inheritance money after the death of his father.
Gone.
Turns out the inheritance money went to Dustin Hoffman's
He got the
character.
rose bushes.
You did get the
Yeah, and he got the fucking what's the car?
It's a
I couldn't tell you.
1949 Buick Roadmaster convertible.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it. You could have just made all that up. I would not know.
No, it's
He
a nice.
seems confident though.
But I don't
Or
like.
maybe that's
that.
all you need.
I don't like that though.
No,
That makes
it's
me
a
suspicious.
1949 Buick Roadmaster convertible.
Fine. For now,
okay.
fine.
And Charlie Babbitt is like, hey, I want half of the inheritance that's owed to me, which is like $3 million. And he's like, I'm going to steal Raymond and travel across the country to Los Angeles and try and get that
Insane.
inheritance. I want to get right into it. What the fuck is the car thing?
What do you mean? Oh, his job?
What is it?
Oh yes.
What is he
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
He's an importer exporter.
Yeah. Is it illegal? Is it not illegal?
What is it though? What is the
He's-
service he's providing?
He's importing cars that I guess certain people just can't get on their own, so he's getting them wholesale, I think. And the issue seems to be emissions. I think that's why.
Yeah, the EPA shuts him down.
That's it. It was emissions. And
He has
I
like
think
4
it is
cars.
illegal. It's just 4.
He's got 4
I think
cars.
this sale is only 4. I think he hopes to do more. But he has a giant. And is he in that warehouse permanently, or did he set up shop because he knew that they were getting delivered that day? That was my biggest question. Is he in that warehouse for good? It's a huge space with the desk, and it looked like he's been there.
I like to think that that was their first day opening up shop.
And
Just
by
him-
the end of the movie, they're closed within a
That's
week.
it.
It's like, oh, I lost my business.
That's it.
just him, his friend who's just shit out of luck, right? That guy.
Lenny. Poor
Yeah.
Lenny.
That's true.
Lenny-
He's out of a job. He doesn't have a new brother. He
No.
doesn't have inheritance. He's
Doesn't
out of
get
a
a new
job.
brother. Yeah, he's doing double time the entire week. Cruz is out, and his Italian girlfriend is gone. So he's literally the only guy in this warehouse importing and exporting vehicles.
That's right.
And then the company's shut down.
Yeah,
Sucks for Lenny.
So that's crazy right off the bat. All right. So Ryan, what's your relationship to Rain Man? How many times have you seen this movie? I feel like as friends, you quoted it a lot, like when we were
Yeah. I don't
younger.
know the age. I wish I knew the exact age I was, but there was one Christmas that I asked for it, and and
So weird.
and I got it on DVD.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
And yep, I had Rain Man sitting under the tree waiting for me on DVD.
Santa
Again,
was like, this 8-year-old boy wants
Wants Rain Man.
1988's Rain Man.
It stems from like I think I caught most of the movie while my dad was watching when I was young, and I just like liked what I saw and I just kept asking about it. And then from there, yeah.
I feel like this movie, almost like Forrest Gump, which is also potentially offensive. I feel like this movie probably really works on like 8 to like 14 or 15-year-olds, where you're like, oh, this is like the first like serious movie that's like tackling issues, but is also like fun and funny and well made.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's like those serious parts definitely grabbed me as a young kid, like the whole fire alarm scene. Like I was like, watching it now, I was like, okay, I get the point of this part in the movie to make it a little more dramatic. But then and there, I was like, holy crap!
Right.
Yeah. Is
You're
this
right.
is this rated R? What is this rated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
R?
R.
So this is probably like, as a kid, this is probably one of the first R-rated movies you can convince your parents to let you see.
Yeah. Aside from that one scene, the little
Oh, that's right. There is a bit of a slip of
The
the
sex-
nip variety.
is there a nip in there?
Is there?
Yeah,
a
there
nip?
is.
I mean, I guess there kind of is. I mean, no, there's a sex scene. That's what I
Yeah,
was
that's
thinking.
it. That's what I'm talking
You're like,
about.
I think there's more than a nip slip.
There's, well, I mean, yeah, sure, but there is nudity.
Ander,
Hi,
what's your relationship to
it's
this movie?
Shockwave.
Shockwave, Master Shock.
Oh, yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
relationship to this movie?
I've never seen it before. I knew it just, I guess, a little bit about it going in, but I was like, all right, let's just see what this is about. I don't know what the deal is.
This is your first watch?
First watch.
That's cool.
I also haven't seen this movie before. I feel like I've seen
Really, that
bits and
surprised
pieces
me.
on whatever, like growing up on TV. I feel like it's a big like, I don't know exactly what channel, but it feels like a TBS movie where the the curses and stuff are edited out.
I can't believe I didn't make you watch it with me once, at least
I
once.
feel like there was always the plan to, and then it was just
Yeah.
like,
We probably
Man, we gotta watch Rain Man after
Saving
class
Private
one of
Ryan
these
or
days.
something.
Ryan did talk about it a lot. Like he was, I think
so
you and your
weird to
dad
me.
too was like,
Yeah.
you got to watch Rain Man.
It's just one of those movies to me.
I don't like this movie.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you have a heartwarming connection. I'm glad you have a connection to it, but is this movie problematic? That's my follow-up question.
Okay. To start there,
Okay. Okay.
Dustin Hoffman's performance. Okay. I don't think any of us are qualified to speak about if it's an accurate portrayal of autism savant syndrome is what they call it in the movie.
Certainly not.
I think it's conflating two types of autism. I don't know. I read some letterbox reviews of people I think who actually have autism and were like pissed. I will say, I do think I thought the movie was gonna have more jokes at the expense of Raymond than there actually are. I think the movie is pretty sensitive to Raymond's character.
Yes.
It's not
like Tom Cruise is an
depiction.
asshole, but I think the movie is never like Tom Cruise is like right to be an asshole.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't ever feel like he's being mocked.
Yeah.
It's almost certainly an inaccurate portrayal.
For
but it doesn't.
sure.
But it does not ever feel like they're making fun of Raymond.
Yeah.
Do you think this is perpetuating negative stereotypes towards people with autism, or did it ultimately provide awareness?
I think this movie is how people think about people who don't have autism. I think this is, or have anybody who like they know who has autism. I think this is I think this is like the most prominent example of like, oh, autism's like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. But on the flip side, people didn't know what autism even was back then.
That was part of when I was watching. That was a little bit like when the doctor at the Dr. Bruner, I think his name is. He's like the main guy at the facility who kind of fights with Tom Cruise over custody of Raymond. He's like, when he explains Raymond's like exact diagnosis, I was like, I feel like in 1988, people were probably like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, there's the whole scene.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's character, Charlie, at one point takes Raymond to a psychiatrist and is like, yeah, he'll just be fixed, quote unquote, after that. That's
a crazy scene. I'm like, do you think there's like a pill for this? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just going to fix him real quick and then we'll get back on the road.
That's
wild.
I found that scene slightly like, that was maybe the worst scene in the movie, weirdly, where it's like,
yes,
I feel like the doctor and Tom Cruise are just like, oh my god, look what he can do with numbers. He's amazing. And it's like,
yeah, they're just kind of like prodding
not like
him.
A fucking, he's not like behind, like, he's not like being observed behind glass. Like he's a person in the room. It's so weird.
That's my ultimate concern. Like, I do like the main character's relationship in this movie. I think it's very touching, but I do wonder, does Tom Cruise, I'm just going to say Tom Cruise because it's Tom Cruise. Does Tom Cruise like Dustin Hoffman genuinely, or like does he really feel that brotherly connection, or is it like, oh, you can count numbers good, let's go to the casino?
There are these like little stops along the way where it's like, oh, you see Tom Cruise's like attitude changing, and then he's like, wait a second, I know how to use you to fix my problems.
Yes.
One of the least convincing parts of this movie is Charlie's anger with his father. I'm like, your dad didn't seem like that bad of a guy.
It's
like,
so misplaced.
You stole the car when you were 16, like you just got your license maybe, or your learner's permit, and you're taking out a classic car, and you're like pissed that he left you in jail for 2 days.
2 days is kind of rough off of that.
I mean, I guess, but like I'm assuming it's not like prison. It's just like a county jail or whatever. So like it's probably
a nice neighborhood. Yes,
it's probably just like the drunk tank. It's just like a few drunks who are in there or whatever.
I think
it was crazy.
Yeah, I think given his behavior and his attitude, just in general, even in his adult life, I'm pretty sure everyone watching the movie would be like, yeah, 2 days in jail for that. You're fine. Like that's you deserve worse.
Like he definitely Charlie Babbitt didn't become this way post the jail thing. He was probably a little shit.
No. Yeah.
His dad was like, you're being a little shit. And then he just kept being a little shit. And he used his dad letting him stay in jail for 2 days as justification for his entire life.
He left home the next day, like the day his dad didn't post his bail, and then he left.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
That's a little too much right there.
And then he just never spoke to him, and is like, "Where's my $3 million, Poppy?"
And then Tom Cruise is pissed that nobody ever told him about Raymond. And it's like, well, maybe because you left when you were a teenager
That's
and your
all.
dad was like, I'm not gonna, obviously you want nothing to do with like the family completely, so I'm not gonna tell you about your brother.
And he was like, yeah, my dad tried to get in touch with me about something, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck. I
that's
don't
definitely
care.
we tried to get in touch with him back then, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay, fine.
Like 18 letters saying like, by the way, you have a brother. By the way, you have a brother.
Yeah,
By the way, you have a brother.
Yeah, and he just sees this from his dad and he rips it up and throws it in the garbage.
Yeah, shredder instantly. We can all agree he's a pretty bad guy throughout, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Him finding this connection with his brother still definitely doesn't make up for how he is a bad guy.
Yeah. And I really think he still is at the end. I don't know how much he's changed.
And I was waiting. I was like, is Raymond gonna become like does Raymond have any kind of arc in this thing? And he doesn't.
No.
No. His development exists solely for the development of Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Yes.
My point exactly. He's
Yeah.
like Tom Cruise is like, wow,
Nothing
Raymond
changed.
really changed me. And it's like, okay, well, Raymond's like a person.
Raymond's not
So-
just a vehicle for your change.
Aw, you
He just
yuppie
wants to be
bitch.
comfortable,
Get him.
eat his cheese balls and apple juice before bed, and wear his Kmart boxers. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
Don't
I
we
guess
all?
his arc is like Kmart sucks. He loves Kmart and then he
Yes,
says Kmart
that's
sucks.
That's
the arc.
that's his whole arc.
If there was an arc, it's like Kmart sucks. Right.
Pretty deep.
Raymond would be mortified in the year of our Lord 2023 to find out that Kmart's basically don't exist.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I feel like, yeah, right?
I
would
feel
have
like
to
out of all
say-
three of us, I went to Kmart most recently.
Probably.
Not to brag.
It's a sick brag, but you're probably correct. I don't remember the last time I was in a Kmart.
Yeah.
Been to J Mart.
I don't know what that is.
You mean H Mart?
No. It's like one worse than Kmart.
But Jmart is what won. Jmart's still around.
Yeah, J Mart's still around. Well, because the prices are too good. You don't have clothes. There's no design or anything, but there's like used slinkies, like knickknacks, things like that. Old antiques.
There's
that have
old
been refurbished.
sand.
There's some sand. There's ants.
Yeah, no produce, no food or anything like that. Just
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's
it's just-
corn dog mix.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, stuff to make
Yeah.
food.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dried packages to
Yeah.
make food, but no food.
There's that
Snow
Christmas
cone
thing
dye.
with the three separate things, and it's like cheese popcorn,
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
kettle
that-
corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole section at the checkout that you have to walk through of that.
Yeah,
before
but
you can.
none of them have the wrapper on. They're all been used. Every can has been dipped
Yeah.
into. The caramel corn is decimated across
The
the
line
board. We can't
is
get
so
it.
long to get to the checkout that people just started cracking into them and just taking handfuls.
Yeah, you can't. The line at J Mart is extensive.
So
It is-
there's only one. There's no self checkout. There's only
No.
one guy on duty.
They don't know
Yes.
what that is.
No, not in the self checkout.
No.
It's cash only too.
Cash only.
It is cash.
It's coin only.
It is, yes, it's straight coin, just change only.
Tom Cruise. I wrote down he's
He's
the
in
best. I think so. Cameo.
Okay.
He
Nice.
is the best tantrum thrower in all of cinema.
Oh yeah.
When he's out in the
Mm.
desert and just screaming and kicking like
Oh,
sand
yeah.
around, I'm like, this is incredible. He's just
That was great, yeah.
the thing
He
with Tom
knocks that
Cruise
out of
is
the park. He does
he
not
postures so much. He wants you to think he's like the coolest in the room, but he's kind of a short guy. And
Taller than Dustin Hoffman.
I don't know if that's real though, because I know
What did
I
they
mean, maybe
do?
they
They
do
did
kinda
some
walk-
Lord of the Rings wizardry.
they do walk next to each other. But I know Tom Cruise famously is self-conscious about his shortness and wants to seem taller in movies, so they like film him at certain angles, do
That's
with
so
perspective
sad.
stuff. But
The extra.
that scene in the middle of the road, I think it's where Raymond really is talking about like he didn't put on Charlie's underwear that he loaned him because he needs like the Kmart underwear, and Charlie stops the car out and is screaming. It's such a high-pitched, unmasculine scream, and I know
Yeah.
It's Gosling-esque when Gosling breaks.
totally. That's a good point,
Yeah.
It really,
But when Gosling breaks, you like it. Like
Yeah,
it's a bit.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, it almost with Cruz, it almost like punctuates how insecure he is as a man.
Right. I do have a one-time segment
Right. Just
that
one.
I don't think is gonna go well.
Yeah.
So maybe I might cut this whole thing.
I mean, the segments have gone really well. So every single one has been absolute gold.
I can hear your sarcasm just
I don't know what
into
you
the mic.
mean. I'm totally sincere.
Well, you're gonna love this one. It's called it's called "Singing in the Rain."
Okay.
I'm gonna play a song
Copyright
about rain, and you gotta tell me what it is.
Okay, it's a fun little thing.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, fine.
How many rounds do you have queued up?
I
here?
got 6 rounds.
That's a Jesus Christ. Oh God, the rounds question was a great one.
Yeah.
Okay, at least we know what to expect.
All right, I'm gonna give you song number 1.
Is this like a challenge between Mike and I?
Have you seen The Rain?
Yes.
By Creedence Clearwater Revival.
It's just Mike and I just shouting out the answer. Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's really no order.
There's no order. Well, Mike's
points?
got you beat right now. He's
So
1
there are
nothing.
points. Okay, there are points. Okay.
Yeah, there are definitely points. I'm keeping
And we
track.
get a sack of rain when we win.
What does that mean?
A sack of rain.
Oh yeah, you get a whole
and sack.
pouch of rain for winning.
Well, yeah.
All right, can you tell me what this song is?
Are you playing something? Because I
You-
can't hear.
I was gonna say because I can't hear.
He looks so confused.
Can you hear that?
No.
No.
All right, how about this?
Some songs work.
We're skipping that one. Moving on. Round 3.
No. How about this?
Dude, we can't hear a thing.
Really?
We hear your voice crystal.
It's so sad to me. How about this?
There's so many songs.
Oh, The Rainbow Connection by Kermit the
Yes,
Frog.
Yeah.
very good. Very good. What about this?
I'm okay.
I hope.
No, I'm powering through.
I feel like we've done more than six, right?
We have to be on 6.
No,
Surely
I'm
we've
powering through.
passed 6.
I got way more than I got like 16. How about this?
We just heard the bass. We heard one bass note. I think.
This is rough. Now you're not even saying that you're playing a new one, so we don't really
You're
even
not
know.
going
I'm
to-
playing it. All right, this is the last one. This was for the winner take all.
Well, Mike's winning.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
I just heard like.
Ask why, just open your mouth and close your eyes.
All we did.
Made it out. I heard a little bit of it.
It's rain and tacos. From out of the sky.
What is this?
Tacos. No
This
need
is
to
a
ask why.
weird
just
cover of
open
It's
your
Raining
mouth
Men, but
and
it's Raining Tacos.
It's raining tacos. It's the Perry Grip Classic.
Huh. Sounds like a Weird Al version of It's Raining Men.
Might as well be.
You definitely played It's Raining Man, right? We just didn't hear it.
I hope
I
you
did, yeah.
All right, good.
Okay.
Yeah, no. one's here.
I hope that made the cut.
All right, well. Congrats.
To
You win
who?
all the rain.
Thanks.
Mustard.
That's great. Good for you, man.
That's good.
I have,
You know,
I have a question for you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
In 2022, the screen used car was auctioned. Anyone want to take a guess of how much it went for?
Oh.
It's a nutty number.
Really?
No, okay.
I'm going to say nutty low. I'm going to say it's like $13,000.
Just for reference, the car, no, just for reference, the car itself, not screen used by Rain Man, the actual 49 car goes for like an average like $70,000 to own this classic car.
I'm gonna say $26,000.
What are you talking
Lower.
about?
Well, he drove it
talking
off the
about?
lot. You drive it off the lot, that reduces the value.
Been
I'm
off for
gonna
lots of
s-
years.
I'm gonna say. See, I'm thinking too high numbers. I feel like I'm gonna say 22 million.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna react, but Ander,
Okay, I'm gonna price
the
this right
lightning,
you
what's
and
his
go
name?
$1.
What's
No,
your
I'm
name
gonna
of
go.
this? Lightning bolt? What are you calling yourself?
It's Shockwave.
Dogwave?
You've known me for a long time. I figured you would know my name by now, but I'm gonna say 1.15 million.
Okay, both too high. It was 350,000.
I was
Still,
closer. I was pretty
yes,
close to
you are.
26,000.
Did Jay Leno buy it?
That's a good question. I wonder who bought
That's a
it.
very good
Probably
question.
Jay Leno.
I kind of get that. I mean, it's a nice looking car.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's probably
Um,
miserable to road trip in, though, right?
All classic cars are.
I mean,
Most.
he drove across the country, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Where was the?
Ohio. They went from
But
Ohio
yeah, they
to
start from
LA.
Ohio to
Yeah,
California.
yeah. That's a long drive and something like that. Definitely.
Have you ever stayed in a motel?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Have you not? Sounds like
I
yeah.
don't think. Not with like. I didn't realize it was all like you just walk in the back and then it's your bed right there.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about now?
The motel that they stayed in.
They stay in a few. You mean like you just like park and your room's right there? You open the door? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
All
never
of,
stayed at a place like that?
That was luxury to me.
you're going
Interesting. People would say the opposite.
Yeah, I thought you were going the other way with this.
No, I was like, that's so neat. You just
People would
pull
say
up
that
and you're
isn't
right
enough.
there.
People would say that isn't enough security.
I could see that. Yeah.
The whole like window being the view of the parking lot.
Yeah, it's like fucking. It's like the fucking Norman Bates shit. You know.
Yes.
Listen, I'm just saying it'd be nice to get away once in a while, you know?
That's where he's taking this.
That's what you're saying?
He wants to go away. Okay.
Just take a vacation then.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
I don't have the funds or the time. I'm too busy doing this.
Yeah, you guys are pretty busy.
And my return on investment is nil. It's none.
Listen, I have a hot sauce brand that would love to contribute a little bit.
Don't invest, Rander. It's a fucking scam.
I can plug my hot sauce brand on this thing, right?
I think that's just Mike. Was that just Red Hot? Like the fucking Frank's Red Hot?
No, this is Ryan's Cajun Kickin'.
It doesn't
Why do you
say that.
have that?
I listen, I think I just need a nice turnaround here. If you can do that for me, if you can make my money work for me, then I will buy your sauce.
It'll work. Also work.
I'll give you the sauce for
No,
the
I don't need
sauce.
you to. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, you say some of the clunkiest sentences on this show. Let me just say.
It's the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah.
And you look like mustard.
That's
All
fine.
right.
I want to.
You look
Everything
like
else
Big
is-
Bird, but small. You look like Small Bird.
That's absolutely enough.
I just
That's
wanna say-
absolutely enough.
Oh, can we talk about the soundtrack in this movie?
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Fucking for real, Hans Zimmer.
Close.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I think the soundtrack's okay.
I think
I don't
it
think
It
it's that
sounds like fish tank music. It was so weird and not fitting.
Fish tank. I do love the song that they play when the fucking Lamborghini in the beginning is coming over and it's flying.
It's
Uh,
like do do do.
I don't know the name of the song, but I love it.
They were playing
Oh,
like
yeah, what is that
daylight
song?
come and I wanna go home. It was weird, like limericks. That's
This-
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's gonna cop credit for that.
Yeah.
And you
I
did.
won't have it.
It's crazy to like listen. It would be crazy to listen to that score and then listen to like the fucking Dark Knight or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, you just jump from that to and say same guy.
I can't even believe that's him.
That's Range. Want to talk about Range?
It's range.
Um,
Yeah, it's
I
range
like
if
the
you're
music.
jumping straight off a cliff, but okay.
when you say fish tank, Andrew, did you mean Shark Tank?
No,
No,
I
he
mean
means
like dentist
fish.
office. I mean like dentist office fish tank music.
I know what you're saying, but like,
Like when
Yeah,
you're at,
I know what
it's
you
like
mean.
it's like when you're at Circuit City and they have like all the TVs and they all have they're all tuned to the fish station and they're all just going like doo doo boo boo doo 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 doo. Hey, it's Shockwave. I just want to make a quick editor's note because I don't think I've ever been more right about anything in my life. I'm listening to the soundtrack right now and it's pure fish tank ass music. I mean, listen to this. Like, tell me you wouldn't hear that in, like, some sort of fucking reptile documentary or something. Like, Hans, I don't know if you just, like, bought a Yamaha and, like, hit the jungle button or something and let that thing roll, but I don't think it fits the vibe of this movie. That's just my opinion. Couldn't help myself. Anyway, back to the episode. That was, to me, even though I hadn't seen it, Hangover is probably the most... Sorry, I'm going to throw up. The most culturally...
go ahead. Yeah.
The most culturally significant trilogy of our generation, right? I feel like we waited on bated breath for the Hangover movies to come out.
You haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
You just said you haven't seen it, right?
But I just feel like it was in the ether. Like it was just in the air swirling around me. It was firmly placed within the zeitgeist.
Yeah. It was that and Step Brothers, and my whole thing was, every new year of school when it was that classic sheet of what's your favorite color, blah, 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 what's your favorite movie? Everyone's
What is that?
Step Brothers, Hangover. Like when you get into a new class, like you say like a little fun fact or whatever, what's your favorite movie? No?
You took a
always
test?
So I know what you're talking about.
There's just the easy, and everyone was always that, Step Brothers, Hangover.
I think I flunked that quiz.
Also, Anchorman was another one.
Oh yeah, Anchorman too. Yeah.
And then Will Ferrell basically also doesn't exist. He's sort of blipped out of history. Where is he? What's he doing? He's in
Will
stuff
Ferrell?
occasionally, but I'm just like...
He's living in Sweden.
He did that Christmas movie.
Don't.
What? Elf?
He's talking about Elf.
No. I'm not talking about Elf. He did a Christmas sing-along with...
with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
yes,
that. Okay.
yeah.
That would have been
See,
a great,
that movie doesn't
that's a
exist.
great spot to say Elf, by the way.
That movie doesn't exist.
I didn't say... Well, you know what? We wouldn't be true to who I am. I didn't mean Elf. I've never seen Elf. I've seen this.
You have to change your watching patterns because you watch the craziest shit over like stuff that you should have seen,
Isn't it crazy that I'm gonna have seen every Oscar-winning movie?
Yeah,
but I'll never have seen like Shawshank Redemption.
See, I love that for you. I do.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing to have.
I'll never have seen Napoleon Dynamite or something.
But you will have seen Wings.
Yeah, I'll have wings under my wings.
Yeah, you're gonna have a few extra. There's some special ones that. Yeah.
We have anything else to say about this fucker?
Do you like it?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, okay. I think it's well made. I think the performance, I think Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman are good. Obviously with Dustin Hoffman leaving out whether it's a sensitive portrayal of like a person with autism or not, just as like a character.
Take that out.
Yeah, just like completely leaving out that context because I don't know. I feel like it's probably getting a lot wrong.
Do you think that Oscar was earned? His best actor?
Oh wait, who is this up against? I should know. I should have done my research, but I hope one of you know. It's your show. Who is this up against?
The best
Michael
picture,
no. Michael no. Mike, that's you.
Like the actual movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first, Andrew, you were saying Dustin Hoffman won for what? Best supporting?
No, best actor.
Actor and supporting. Oh yeah, he did. I mean, Tom Hanks was nominated for Big, and I love Big.
Oh,
even though
the same year as Big.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Even though Big is weird
I
because
I grew up calling that movie The Boy Who Goes to the City. I love that movie. That's what I called it. I want to watch The Boy Who Goes to the City.
It would have been so much easier to call it Big.
The Boy Who Goes to the City.
Much fewer words.
the boy
Big is
wolf.
also weirdly problematic, right? Because like he's
well,
how old is he supposed to be?
You're right. There is that part of it where there's a relationship
an adult
going
woman
on.
wants to have sex with him, and he's an adult man, but he's also
But he's
a little
12,
boy
right? Isn't he,
inside.
like-
It's so
yeah.
weird. The 80s were fucking crazy, where it's like, let's
They really
swap
did.
bodies and then have sex. It's bizarre.
I didn't know it was the same year as Big. That's interesting.
That should have won Best Picture, actually.
Well, who else? What else was there?
The nominees for Best Picture. I mean, do you guys have any final thoughts?
I do like Rain Man. I thought this
Okay.
was a good movie.
Okay.
Something that obviously grabbed me when I was younger for it, and kind of just always stayed. But watching it now, not as much at all.
I would say
Not as much at all.
better than Birdman, worse than Spider-Man.
Wow.
I like Birdman better than this movie.
Yeah, I would definitely say Birdman is better than Rain Man.
I just think this was a better character story.
Than
Birdman
Yeah.
I liked, but I didn't know what the hell was going on ever.
Huh.
Like this is just so I like that it was down to earth. It told a story that it was touching. Maybe it did more harm than good, but I think at its core, they're characters that I didn't like Tom Cruise, obviously, because he was an ass, but I wanted him to be better, and that kind of kept me watching the movie. I was like, is he going to have like a meaningful redemption?
It's
He doesn't
that fire
really.
alarm scene. That fire alarm scene is what gets you when you're like, okay, you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
do-
then I
yeah.
also felt like maybe he was disillusioned.
Hmm.
Like he found this, he has a brother in his life now, and he's like doing everything he can to keep him, just because he's basically all the family that exists for him. But it's probably not, he probably doesn't have the capability to adequately take care of Dustin Hoffman.
When they rule that he's not able to leave, um, I forget what Tom Cruise's reaction was. Was it more like genuinely upset, or was he kind of like understanding?
It seems like he understood.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that last scene at the ruling, I actually found like two moments in the movie that moved me was that motel scene where Tom Cruise realizes that Rain Man is Raymond,
Yeah.
and then like the scene with the ruling where the two kind of doctor guys leave the room and Tom Cruise is just with Dustin Hoffman, and Tom Cruise is like, I don't know if we're gonna have any time together after this, and like he like kisses him on the head, and then like Dustin Hoffman's like he calls Tom Cruise like my main man, and he spells his name like he did with that other guy Vern
Mhm.
in the Mulbrook, I think that's what the place he
Yeah.
was staying. I thought that was kind of moving, but
That was
also
nice.
I'm like, fuck this movie. Fuck this shit. This movie's too long. It looks good. The performances are pretty good.
Looks good.
It's
I like it.
entertaining. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't hate
There
watching it.
are parts where you can definitely get up and get something done and then sit back down. For sure.
100%.
That's what I like in my movies. I
And,
like
like, it
time
wouldn't
to.
be worrying of like shit, what I miss. Like nothing drastic happens too like quick where it's a big change. It's a long.
Yeah,
This movie's a
yeah.
long.
You can fully get a snack and
You
not
can do, yeah,
worry.
you can do a lot and then
You can
come
fully
back.
make a snack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can make popcorn. You can make a flambe if you want and come
You can
back.
make something, and then if what you made needs a little bit of an extra zinger or kick, there's a hot sauce out there, folks. Now, there's a hot sauce that can go right on top of that. Ryan's
No.
Cajun kick or kick
It
and
doesn't.
Cajun.
It clearly says
literally
Frank's Red
he's
Hot.
advertising Frank's Red Hot.
No, it's a Cajun. It's a Cajun. It's a Cajun play on a hot sauce.
Why didn't you take the label off?
My
Never
label, I
pulled
would
a
never take
stunt.
the label off my own product. That's
It
insane.
doesn't. I've seen that in stores. It's not yours.
That's great that you've seen in stores. I'm definitely not the one putting it in there.
Yes.
So, that's awesome. Great.
You say you're not the one putting it in there?
No.
Who
You think
would be?
you think somebody is taking your product and just putting it in stores
I
because
think
like this is
someone
too
has
good that people have
access.
have to
Yeah.
have it.
I think someone has access to where I'm keeping it all and maybe is putting it in stores. Yes.
And where
That's
is
your
that?
business model?
Where
Where
That's
are
my
you
business
keeping
model.
it?
Yeah, my business model is keeping all of this hot sauce in storage and hoping someone finds it and puts it in stores.
I guess you're creating like a Banksy like demand for it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no
You're
QR
sort of
code.
Banksy.
If you did pick it off the shelf and the cash they tried to scan it, there would be nothing to scan. There would be no price. Kind of
There's no price.
So they're giving it
no.
away.
Yeah, it's creating buzz. It's more of a buzz product. Kind of just want people to talk about it, honestly. That's all. Just talk
But does
about
it lead to anything? Like, is there anything you're
what do you-
selling
Nah,
at all, or do you just want
Nah.
buzz?
just buzz. Just talk about my hot sauce. You don't even have to use it. Just talk about it.
I'll take a case.
Cool. It's got a Cajun kick. Do you like
keep saying
spicy?
that.
I
You
like
keep
that.
saying
Yeah,
that.
I do. How do I get it?
Uh, I'd have to see if there's any left in where I'm keeping it all.
Which
You don't
is
know where you're
where
keeping it.
No way I'm telling you on this podcast.
you
Wait,
don't keep like inventory at least.
I know how many I started with.
What did you start with?
3 cases.
Of how
It's
many?
not that much.
I don't know how many it was in each case, but I know
Like 24 or 12.
I have no idea. 3 cases.
It's okay.
Other nominees include the Accidental Tourist.
The hell is that?
I want to say it looks like Lawrence Kasdan is a producer, so I'm going to say he directed it. I could look up this information, but it doesn't ultimately matter.
Is this one of those
Lawrence
movies for old people?
Yeah, it's some boomer
Yeah,
ass shit. I mean,
Okay.
movie.
Lawrence Kasdan wrote Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, it was directed by Lawrence Kasdan.
So he thinks he's a tough guy. He thinks he's cool.
I think you're getting really defensive for no reason.
I'm just a little bit pissed. That's all.
What else you got? Who else?
Yeah.
Dangerous Liaisons.
The hell is that?
So far, Rain Man has a good case to win.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird year. There's Mississippi Burning, which I think is the Gene Hackman movie. I think it's like about
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Fine.
Pass for me as well.
It's about the disappearance of 3 civil rights workers in fictional Jessup County, something, Mississippi, I guess.
I'm sure it's.
Oh, fiction?
Ryan doesn't do fiction.
Fiction?
Yeah, it's not a documentary. I'm saying the best narrative features.
Pass.
Pass.
Fine. And the last one is Working Girl, which I think is
Huh.
Mike.
Yeah,
That's-
okay. I can see how this one with that list.
Mike Nichols. Yeah, this I guess. I don't know. I've never seen any of these movies. I feel like most of these movies, maybe Mississippi Burning is the only one that, and maybe Working Girl a little bit, are the only ones that seem to have remained in the cultural consciousness. I feel like these others have been forgotten, which is
Big?
fine. Well, Big wasn't Best Picture. Should have been.
Well, it was nominated.
For Best Actor, yeah.
Oh, it
Not
wasn't
for-
nominated for Best Picture.
No, I just read the Best Picture. Did you hear Big?
I blanked out for a second. I blanked out at Mississippi Burning. I'm not gonna lie. I heard Mississippi Burning and I low key panicked because I thought it was a news update.
You checked the New York Times. You're like, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. What's going on right here?
Yeah, so I guess I don't know. I don't think it's Best Picture worthy, but it seems like it was in a year of stinkers. So,
Props to all who worked on those films, but big stinkers.
we should
That
clock
Rain
how many movies. I can think of 2 others off the top of my head, but clock how many movies there are that have won Best Picture, where it involves 2 characters who are like there's some kind of barrier between them, whether it's race, whether it's neurodivergence, whether
movies.
it's gender, where they have to travel in a car together, and then by the
Wow.
end,
This is a lot of movies.
the more I guess basically the white typical character is like, wow, I'm changed and everything's fine.
It sounds like
Academy's bad, everything's bad.
can't wait for that Green Book episode. Unrelated to
I-
anything, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Green Book episode's gonna be something.
I do have you want to hear what the people have to say about this film?
Yeah, please tell me.
I got some reviews. I've sourced some reviews from some folks online, some fine folks. Large range of reviews, broad range. 4 stars. Excuse my language here, but fuck this ending. This movie was very good, but the ending takes at least half a star. Damn, that sucked. All that build up for a kick in the balls? No, thank you.
Wait. It says the ending loses half a star, but they gave it 4 stars.
Well, yeah, it's 4.5.
That's fine.
Okay.
The max that you could have. 1 star, Rain Man. More like watching this movie was a pain, man.
Are you writing these?
I was gonna say,
I
this
still don't know.
No,
Ryan, I honestly
this is
don't know.
real.
Andrew says some shit sometimes where I'm like, is that a bit?
I know. There was a review. I forget which one I think it was the Lord of the Rings one. I was like, that's Ander. Like,
No, I swear to you, all these are. I mean, somebody came up with this off the top of their dome, but it's not me.
Okay.
This is the good people of the web. 1 star. The heartwarming story of a yuppie capitalist asshole who learns to love his cartoonishly depicted autistic long-lost brother after exploiting him in Vegas as a get-rich-quick scheme to pay off his debts. Tom Cruise is very good in this.
Bravo to Tom Cruise. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically my feelings of the movie. It's like a pretty good summation.
He's not in, I'm just thinking back to this whole car thing. He's not quite in debt because people bought the car. He just can't give them the car because they don't pass emissions, or he's still trying to sell them.
It seems like the whole thing goes belly up and then he has to give them back the down payments.
Okay.
I think, and that's why he needs the 80,000.
Yes, to the buyers.
Yeah.
But let's be clear, like, he's not in good financial standing by the end of this, right?
He wants to be a yuppie asshole, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes.
So, like, his business goes under. He needs 80 grand to break even. And he does it. And then, who's his friend? I just can't help but think about this poor bastard Lenny. Is just sitting in this warehouse, just down on his luck. He's trying desperately to save these clients, and everybody's jumping ship.
Lenny got fucked.
Lenny got fucked.
Lenny got fucked.
He did.
Yeah. Sorry, Lenny. Lenny has some real earned character moments.
And also, like, Lenny, imagine being on Lenny's Lenny's position. He keeps calling Tom Cruise every day, and Tom Cruise is like,
gonna say.
Yeah, it's taking me a week to get back. I can't. And it's like, what are you talking about?
I think there's a movie.
You're the boss.
I can't. I kidnapped my brother.
Yes. I think a movie of Lenny's perspective would be great. Just focus on Lenny. What does he do in between these calls? Is he fucking panicking? Is he trying to figure shit out? I'm sure he is. Maybe he's got his own thing going on where he's trying to make some money, but then he always goes back to the phone with him. Yeah, I think I'd like to see Lenny's side of this.
He has an estranged brother that he then kidnaps.
Exactly.
And Rain Man 2 needs more Lenny.
Yes.
When's Rain Man 2 slated for release, Mike?
I can't think of a joke. I mean, both stars are like pretty problematic, right? I mean, Tom Cruise less so, at least like, but Dustin Hoffman, I feel like, has basically been ousted from Hollywood.
What would you, if you had to pitch me how would you give me a sequel? How would you deliver a sequel to Rain Man?
Oh my God. Well, I feel like a good sequel kind of reverses the dynamic of the first one. It's sort of, and it finds something new in it. So
Raymond kidnaps Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I fucking got it.
Okay.
Rayman kidnaps Tom Cruise because he's like, all right, we're gonna set it a few years in the past.
Before this took place?
Before 2023.
Oh, okay.
When did Alex Trebek die?
I think last year.
You need that as a placeholder? That's what you need as a
Let's see where he's going. Let's see where
Alex
he's going.
Trebek. Well, I guess it can be taken. It has to take place the day after Alex Trebek dies. Raymond is like, we have to go. Charlie, I'm kidnapping you. We have to go to the Jeopardy backlot or whatever.
Oh, what?
Yes, because that's his program. He watched those programs.
Okay.
He's got to watch Wapner.
Okay. And that's the whole premise.
I mean, it's a start. It's like a first act.
That's a start.
Okay.
This movie sucks. What do you guys have anything else to say?
Will I watch it again? When's the next time I'll watch it? Don't know if I'll ever put it on. Maybe to show someone, to show my son down the line.
Wow.
I don't know.
You got to pass. I mean, I don't think think this movie sucks and being a little bit too hard on it. I don't think it's.
Do you?
You're
Yeah,
gonna
sorry.
laugh. It's something crazy.
Well, no, Mike was like breaking up. You were breaking up a little bit. You went robo mode.
It made like a song.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's funny because you guys were laughing and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm crushing it right now."
This
But
joke's
no,
fucking awesome. I don't
that
even think I
sucks.
made a joke, but it's a joke.
Yeah, I was like, I was just kind of saying an observation.
You're always crushing it.
This has been Oscar Wieners.
Sure has.
Follow Ander and I on Letterboxd. I'm Mike Obry, Mikeobry. Ander is Ander Hates Films.
Oh, you remembered. That's so touching. Ryan, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
When's this coming out?
Probably
when's this releasing? Because there's certain things I can say and cannot say.
probably July 2028.
No.
Just a guesstimate.
So Friday. Let me do quick math here for a second.
Yeah.
Take all the time you need.
Just divvy it up. Take all the time.
I want to say it'll come out the 21st of April.
April 21st. Well,
We could plug your birthday.
yeah, that'll be after my birthday.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll plug my birthday. I guess I'll plug. I'm doing some
That's
stuff.
good.
I'm doing some stuff around that time.
What kind of stuff?
Yeah, elaborate.
This is the worst plug I've ever heard.
Well,
It's so vague.
There's definitely a spot for the hot sauce, but I think the hot sauce is overplayed at this point.
No, rest assured, I'm cutting all of it out. So you can go ahead and plug
So I
it.
could start. So I could start now at the end.
Yeah,
of the
that's
hot sauce. That's cool. No, truthfully, just the Rockaway Hotel summer concert series, the Great South Bay Music Festival lineup's out. Tickets are selling for that.
Oh, you have a real plug.
And Space at Westbury, doing some shows at this new theater reopened in Westbury. All music related. This plug.
Yes.
No,
Cool.
You do show films.
We are toying with the idea of showing films with live orchestras and bands.
Oh, really? Oh, I was
That's
just
fucking
sticking
cool.
around.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're trying to do like the last Friday of every month, some sort of. We're not 100% on what the programming is, but we're trying to do something cool because the venue was an old theater, and they found like all these old projection machines and reels and all this stuff. So we're trying to incorporate that with like a first Friday or last Friday type of thing in the neighborhood.
You should do Rain Man, and the live orchestra will just be some guy on a Yamaha keyboard just pushes the default jungle noise button.
Since
Yeah.
you seem to know it so well, I think it'll be you.
I know it pretty. Listen, I'm just gonna change the TV to the fish tank channel and just let that
I was
play.
gonna say, it seems like you know the vibes. So
Yeah, I got the
all.
vibes. Do 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 do
Play us out.
Yeah, play us out. Keep going.
do 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 do.
1, 2, 3, 4. These boys only want the best stuff. They want the cream of the crop. They don't want none of that Michael Bay shit. They want the shit that bops. Oscar bait, black and white, maybe something French. If it's got more than one explosion, honey, put that shit on the bench. Oscar Wieners, Oscar Wieners, Oscar Wieners. These boys are the Oscar Wieners. Oscar Wieners.
What kind of tea
My
you
hot sauce.
drinking?
This is a vanilla chai.
Oh shit, that sounds
Oh,
good.
I've been getting into chai.
You fucking ass.